For this project I'm using black walnut slab, which I recently picked up at a woodworking show, and it's beautiful stuff to work with. Got a lovely character to it. I'm putting into use here the jig I made in the last video. This is the bandsaw jig, which helps enable me to cut out slabs. It's a sled jig sort of setup. I'm just screwing this particular bit of walnut onto the fence of the jig, and then I'm positioning it to the desired thickness of cut. This bit of walnut's got a couple of cracks, and I'm going to avoid those by all means, but yeah, it's very useful up to this stage. This is the leftover part, which I'm not using as the base for the candle holder. It's the offcut side, and I'm using this to produce, or make a cleat, which will then be attached to the actual holder. And I'm using this jig here, which is quite a handy thing to have, to cut off an edge, and that enables you then to flip over the workpiece and up against a table saw fence and give you a very accurate parallel cut. So doing the same here, but only to one side of the base for this candle holder. Not necessary, it's just to help with a little bit of a flush fit with the cleat, and makes for better alignment. Throw a bit of sanding. It's a little bit coarse after going through the bandsaw, so I'm working my way up through the grits to get a pretty good surface finish, up to about a 320 grit, I believe. So at this stage it's good to have the actual pieces you want to display, being these small candles. I'm just marking out the diameter, and then I've got a Forstner bit here, and that'll drill an imprint of the diameter of the candle, and it just gives it a little bit of security so it doesn't fall off the ledge. I've marked two holes out here. Going to drill a 8mm clearance hole. These are 2 bolts which will be then used to mount that cleat and the whole assembly into a brick wall setup. You'll see a little bit later on what I mean. And now I'm just gluing this cleat onto the base of the candle holder shelf. I should have said shelf, yeah, that holds candles, but never mind. Yeah, here comes the part where you've got to do the glue up and wait your time. Here in finishing, I'm using a multi-purpose tung oil. It's recommended for most furniture applications and also your cutting boards and anything that's in contact with any food. So I have the pre-drilled holes in the cleat, and I'm locating the first hole and just putting a little bit of a mark with a drill, and then I'll drill into the brick, and I'll then attach one of these 6mm or 1/4 inch bolts and do the same for the other side. And yeah, I'll just use a small spirit level in between to make sure it's pretty level. So thank you very much everybody for watching. If this is the first time you've viewed Sumo's projects, you're doubly welcome. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe and hit that subscribe button just below. And if you got something out of the content and perhaps liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit the like button and share it with your friends, your mates, your family, your pets, whoever might listen or might want to have a bit of a view. I've got a few builds in the pipeline. I've got about 3 or 4 projects and a couple of little other knickknacks going on at the moment, so they'll be forthcoming within the next couple of weeks. So until then, hope everyone stays safe and get out in the shed and knock someone up and have a bit of fun with woodworking. Cheers guys.